What Cleetus McFarland just did at Bristol changes everything. And I mean everything. It wasn't supposed to be like this. When Cleetus McFarland, YouTube's wildest gearhead, rolled into Bristol Motor Speedway, fans thought they were getting another internet stunt. Maybe some fireworks, a burnout or two, a wild wreck, and then boom, onto the next meme. But what we got instead was something else entirely. What Cleetus just did at the Last Great Colosseum wasn't just another race. It was a turning point, a hard reality check. A sign that this crazy crossover from YouTube fame to real NASCAR dreams isn't just a gag, it's a fight. And Cleetus just took a punch to the jaw at full speed. Let me explain. Cleetus McFarland, real name Garrett Mitchell, has spent the year chasing a dream most people laugh at. He's been jumping into ARCA races, taking on big-name tracks with little experience but massive passion. He's raced at Daytona, Talladega, Charlotte, and now Bristol. And if you know Bristol, you know it's not just another short track. It's a concrete blender, a bull ring, a nightmare if you're even half a second off your line. And that's exactly where Cleetus chose to make his first ever ARCA short track start. The challenge was real, but the result? That's where the story gets gritty. Cleetus started the night in 20th. Not terrible, not amazing, but at Bristol, that's a dangerous place to be. Smack in the middle of the chaos, and chaos came quick. The race opened with a nasty wreck between Andrew Patterson and Takuma Koga. Cleetus had a front row seat. He dodged it. That moment alone told us something. He wasn't here just to mess around. He was here to learn, survive, and maybe, just maybe, compete. But that's where Bristol humbled him, fast. As the laps ticked by, Cleetus started falling behind. By the halfway point, he was 18th, 2 laps down. By the time there were just 50 laps to go, he was 17th, now 3 laps down. Brent Cruz, the race leader, was flying, and Cleetus? He was just trying to hang on. Still, even being a few laps down, he kept fighting. And with 25 laps to go, he clawed his way into 16th place. It wasn't flashy, but it was gritty. That's when the next blow hit. The tire. The cursed tire. With just over 20 laps left, Cleetus felt something. The right front tire was going soft. Not a blowout. Just enough of a leak to mess everything up. "I felt it coming out from under me," he later said. That's when he brushed the outside wall. Nothing major, but enough to ruin the momentum. No caution came out. No dramatic spin for the cameras. Just quiet damage. The kind that hurts worse because nobody notices. His team rushed to fix it. They got him back out, but now he was 7 laps down. From 16th to 19th in a blink, and that's where he finished. 19th place. His worst finish in ARCA to date. For someone used to YouTube wins and fan cheers, this was a cold taste of racing reality, but it was also something bigger than just a bad night. Because after the race, Cleetus didn't make excuses. He didn't blame the tire or the car or the track. He stood in front of the camera, looked everyone in the eye and said, "Bristol humbled me quick. It's a whole different animal." That's when the story shifted. Because most influencers, when they lose, disappear. But not Cleetus. Instead, he confirmed something wild, something serious. He's not done. He said straight up he's coming back for more. 8 to 10 races in ARCA next season. And not just that, he's got his eyes on the big leagues. The dream is the Daytona 500, he admitted, looking ahead to 2027 or 2028. Think about that. This guy who made his name with burnout contests and engine swaps now wants to race in the most iconic NASCAR event in the world. And the thing is, he might actually pull it off. So how does a YouTuber, yeah, a guy best known for blowing up engines and screaming, "Hell yeah, brother," go from internet stardom to NASCAR's biggest stage? It doesn't happen by accident, and it definitely doesn't happen without taking hits like the one he just took at Bristol. What Cleetus McFarland is doing isn't just impressive, it's borderline unheard of. He's not a rich kid with a silver spoon or some ex-karting prodigy. He's a dude who built his platform from scratch, one burnout and one turbocharger at a time. And now, he's trying to rebuild himself as a real racer, a serious one. Look closer at the details of his journey so far. His first ARCA race was at Daytona, a terrifying place to debut. He got caught up in a multi-car crash and finished 30th. Brutal. But he didn't quit. He came back at Talladega and scored a top 10. Then at Charlotte, he survived a wild restart mess and brought it home in 9th. Those results weren't luck. They were the work of someone grinding, listening, learning. Someone who wants this more than the spotlight. And don't forget, he's not doing this alone. He's got legit help. Greg Biffle, former NASCAR star, has been mentoring him, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's been keeping an eye on Cleetus too. That's not just some shout out for clout. That's guidance from legends who know how hard this world really is. Cleetus may be the face, but behind him is a growing network of racers who believe he's got the guts to go far. That's why what happened at Bristol matters, because it showed us something raw. Not just the highlight reel, not just the edited viral clip, but the pain, the grind, the heartbreak of knowing you gave it everything and it still wasn't enough. Cleetus said it himself, "I got my butt kicked." There's no spin on that, just honesty. And that honesty, it's what separates him from the fakes. Remember this too, over 35,000 people were watching him live on YouTube during the race. That's more than some ARCA events get in total TV viewers. NASCAR saw those numbers. Sponsors saw those numbers. Fans saw a guy who could bring new eyeballs into the sport while still respecting the sport. And that's the secret sauce. Cleetus isn't here to mess around. He's here to blend entertainment with effort. Flash with fight. He's walking a tightrope. And every race is either one step closer to greatness or a fall straight off the edge. Now, was Bristol a step forward or a step back? That's the question. On paper, finishing 19th and 7 laps down looks like failure. But when you understand the bigger picture, it's something else. It's a lesson, a spark. Maybe even the fuel for the fire he'll need to keep going when the hype fades and the grind gets even harder. Because the road to the Daytona 500 isn't just long, it's brutal. And most people don't even make it past the first few turns. But Cleetus McFarland? He's not most people. He's already said the plan is to run 8 to 10 ARCA races in 2026. That means more seat time, more short tracks, more chances to get it wrong, and more chances to get it right. And if he keeps climbing, Xfinity isn't out of the question. And from there, who knows? Maybe that dream, that Daytona dream, isn't as far off as it seems. Bristol might have beaten him down, but it didn't break him. And that's why this race changed everything. Because it proved something no viral video could ever fake. Cleetus McFarland is all in. And if he keeps pushing, keeps learning, keeps showing up, then the world better get ready. Because we might just be watching the wildest underdog story NASCAR's seen in decades. But what do you think? Is Cleetus actually on a path to the Daytona 500? Or did Bristol show he's in way over his head? Let me know in the comments below. This battle is just getting started.